What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. I have my Camaro SS1 Elite, and today we're going to install long tube headers 1 7/8 to 3 inch, and I got them from the Extreme online store. I'm going to put a link in the description so you can check out their website and the eBay. If you have any Corvettes, Camaros, Chargers, ATSV, CTSV, and I think even Super Nows, they have all kinds of parts for the cars now, so you can go check out their website. So I'm going to bring you along on my installation step by step as much as I can, and once we have them all on, we'll make some noise, making some sound clips and see how it sounds. Yeah, let's jump right into it. Alright, so first things first, we'll disconnect the battery trunk. Kind of open up here. It's right there. 10mm. Disconnect the battery. Alright, so to make some room on the driver's side, we're gonna take the air box out. That's 7mm here. Disconnect the mask. There's a clip in the back. Once the clip is out, you pull out. There's a clip that holds it here to the box. Pull it out like this. Unplug the box here. And this is just in here in a little rubber grommet, so you just pull up and kind of angle it out like so. Take off the brake booster line, push in. This calf has 2 bolts, comes out with T30s. I'm gonna remove the shield so I can make some room to disconnect the spark plug wires and then take the spark plugs out. And for that I use a 10mm. Shield. Now for the spark plug wires, we just kind of pull here out and then twist on the bottom and pull out. Supposed to feel them get loose and you pull out. All right, so now we have space and access for all the bolts, if you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're gonna loosen them up a little bit, just break them loose. And then we're gonna move on to the other side to loosen everything before we go under. All right, now we loosen up all the bolts with the 13mm. These are only 22 pounds, so these should be fairly easy to break. All right, so this side's all good. The 5 bolts are loosened up, and there's plenty of room, so when I loosen up the bottom, I can take them out. Now we're gonna go on to this side. We're gonna empty the coolant reservoir, unplug here, unplug over there, remove here, unplug here and here, make some room, and try to see if we can loosen up the header on this side, so then we can go under and do the same, loosen it up. So let's get to it. Use 10mm here. And we gotta remove the one in the back. Clip for this wire here. Gonna bracket that you're gonna loosen up in a minute. So you remove this. There's another clip right here. Right next to each other, go into this bracket that you're gonna loosen up. I remove this line out of the way, the evap. Let's just push in and out. This comes out of the way. We have to do the two T30s over here too to remove this cap, and we can loosen this and get it out of the way. Now we're gonna take off this bolt right there. It holds this bracket, and that's a 15 millimeter. This is the bracket. So it has clips here, 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 and the bolt goes here. Recommendation, remove all the clips before removing that bolt so it's easier. Now, before removing the oil dipstick screw right here that loosens this up so I can pull it out when I pull out the headers, I'm gonna lift the car, so we'll leave that to last after the car is up in the air. But right now we're going to loosen up those cover bolts, that one, that one, that one. So I can take that cover off, and then I can remove the spark plug wires, and then I'll remove all the spark plugs. Try to get all these spark plug wires out. Pull down and twist. 2. 4. I only had one bolt left, so I took it out. And I'm gonna take the lower cover off if I can bring it up with me. It's a weird angle, but we'll see. It's the bottom shield for the passenger side. Let's loosen up the header bolts. They're easier to take off once I have the car up in the air. Let's get some spark plugs out now. All right, so everything is out of the way. Everything is loose. The 5 bolts are loose on this side. Everything is out of the way here too. 5 bolts loose. I haven't taken the head cover off yet. I'm gonna go under, I'm gonna loosen everything up, and see if I can get it out before touching that. So we'll see. And again, the dipstick screw is still on. I don't want to loosen this up because I'm about to raise the car up and it's going to go up in different angles. And I've heard that when that's loose, oil comes out of the bottom where the little hole where the dipstick goes in. So I'm going to leave that on tight so I can raise the whole car up and loosen up everything on the bottom. And when I'm ready to take it off, then I'll loosen up that bolt because that header comes out with the dipstick together. So that way I don't make a mess. All right, so we're on there and we're gonna loosen up all the O2 sensors so we don't have to do it after it's out and it's hard, because this is not still. You're gonna have to hold on to it. So we're gonna lose one. You can see the other one there, 2, the wideband 3, and then 4, and the other one's right back there. You can see it, barely see it right there. 5. We're gonna loosen all those up, and then we're gonna follow the cables, if you can see, and unclip them all. So when we get them out, we can take them off the pipe and number them. So when we put the other one back on, and also right after, we're gonna loosen, you know, here. These two, these are all 15s. These here are the bracket that hold the cats together. Those are 13s. And then if you look under, there's 4 bolts. There's 1, 2, 3, and then 4 up top right there. Those are 15 too. So we're gonna take all those off. So the rear O2 sensor is gray and the forward is black. All right, so now I'm gonna disconnect the drive shaft. See, is 1 bolt there and 1 bolt there. So 11 millimeter. All right, so everything is loosened up in the bottom. Now we're just gonna take off the 5 bolts and pull up. On this side, one of the bolts to the cats, I couldn't get to because of the bend where the catalytic converter is. So I'm gonna see if I can take these 5 bolts out and kind of shake it out and bring the whole thing up. If not, I'm gonna have to figure that out. And then this side, we'll unbolt and take the screw for the dipstick and see if we can pull it all up or down. Doesn't matter. We'll see. Got the driver's side out. Came out super easy. Now onto the passenger side. I'm gonna take the dipstick bolt out. It's probably a T30, the same as the covers, and remove all 5 bolts and see if we can pull that out from the top or the bottom. patience. You can get around everything. Don't forget the oil dipstick, which I'm most likely gonna leave there. Now before feeding the header on this side, you have to remember that this right here, you need to fix it so it's closer to this edge so it doesn't burn with the header, doesn't get close to the header. So we're gonna move it around and zip tie it there a little bit better. All right, the headers came in through the bottom, just little by little turning and figuring it out. They went in. Now I got the oil stick here, so I have to kind of grab them. Definitely a two-man job if somebody can hold the headers in the bottom. This is not gonna be fun. Go through this hole. Gonna kind of leave it right there for now. Once I got the top all done, I went underneath and I put the bracket underneath the car all back together. I had to get it out. It's 15mm bolts and then some smaller bolts like 7mm that hold the plastic covers. By taking this down, it was easier to get the headers through the bottom without having to mess with the starter or the starter cover or take any of the head covers out. Both headers went in, just taking my time under by taking this bracket out. It is all done. If you can see, there is the steering column back together. The headers all the way up in there. Connected the O2 extension. O2's right there. Oh, nice. O2's right there. I use metal to hold these two together because it has to go to the exhaust shop to put it all back together, but the car's all pulled back together. And you can see, this was what was here from stock. But they look pretty good. We gotta go up top now and finish up everything. All right, now I'm gonna put the spark plugs. I'm gonna check that they're all pre-gap to stock 40. And we're gonna put some of this in the boots. After we put the spark plug, put the boots in. We're gonna put these sleeves on the boots. Let's get to it. All right, spark plugs are all in with the wires. Throw a little bit of this on each. That side and this side. Now let's keep on putting the covers and plugging everything back and the airbox. All right, so everything's kind of back together. The only thing I'm missing is the covers, the black covers. I'm not gonna put them on yet because I'm gonna start the car and I'm gonna check everything, make sure everything is good. Kind of everything is plugged back in. Then we're good. Time to let it rip. Time to hear it. All right, so there you have it. The Camaro is done and it sounds really, really good. I've been driving it for a little bit already and it's a little bit loud, but sounds really good. Drone is almost non-existent, and I had my brother drive it the other day and I heard it from the outside. I heard some downshift, some drive-by, some kind of get and go, some idling, and the exhaust sounds deep and it sounds really, really good. If you follow through the whole process, you saw it's not hard at all. Takes time, you got to have the right tools, and the only part where I had an issue was for that one bolt that's right close to the catalytic converter and the turn. But once I loosened up that side header and I brought it down, I had better access to get it out. And the other part was where I took that bottom frame down so I can get both headers through the bottom without taking no head covers off or messing with the starter. So all in all, the install was pretty good if you know what you're doing. If not, take it to exhaust shop. So I got the headers on. I took the car to Tyler's shop, Eyes Cold Air Auto Muffler, and he hooked it up. We put it with V-bands in the bottom because it's easier to take on and off. So even with the plate that the headers bring that has 4 holes, when you get it done, you can take it to exhaust shop. They should have the connection for that, or they can convert it to whatever you want it. I wanted V-bands, and that's what I went with. The exhaust system is complete, so now we complete the tuning, we put on the dyno, see the difference with the headers, and we'll take it to the track, have some fun with it, turn on the flex sensor, throw some E85 in it, tune it, take it to the dyno, take it to the track, have some more fun with it, and then just continue on. So if you like the headers, you want to get a set for yourself, I put the link in the description for their website, Extreme Online Store, and their eBay page, so you can check it out if you want a set for yourself, or you have any other card that they might have items for. Just click on that link and check out, see what they have. Once again, I want to thank Extreme Online Store for hooking it up with a set of headers. The car sounds awesome. And for the next video, I will record some more cold starts, some drive-bys. We'll put the microphone in the back, we'll listen to the exhaust, and we'll get all kinds of exhaust notes that we can compare to the previous setup and see the difference in tones and loudness or whatnot, so you guys can enjoy it. So that's pretty much it. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for what's coming up next, and let me know what you think in the comments or if I missed anything. Okay, peace.